Okay, so welcome back once again. This is Vincent, your instructor, and this time around we are still on the principles of designing. In this video, we are going to look at the principles of negative uh, lines or spaces, negative spaces. In some other words, they are called white spaces. Okay, white spaces. So these white spaces, they are spaces that are left for the balancing of printing. Okay, they are left for the balancing of printing. A printer, each time you design something and you are doing a printing, you are doing a printing of your design. There is a way the printer balances the design to come out, okay, on that banner or on the sticker. So uh, so we are going to look at how we can make sure that we don't go off lines, okay, into those negative space line, white spaces. So what happens is if you design something, for example, if your text, so most importantly, the text, we'll talk about the text, okay, or typography that doesn't need to close outside the normal lines, okay, the normal boundaries. So let's talk about how white spaces are and the disadvantages of putting uh, some typography or text into those white spaces. So let me just, so how you do that, how you measure that is, first of all, make sure that each time you're designing, you need to bring out these grid lines, okay? They will help you a lot. Once you place here, come on this blue uh, shape here, which has these options here. There is this this shape here. So when you want to set these, you need to come here, okay? You see these two buttons here. You come here, and then the line that you want to move, you place that line and you move it like that, okay? So we are now creating the white spaces there, the other one there, the other one there, the other one there, like that. Okay, so if you want to add more grid lines, there is this button here, okay, which has a plus icon here, which has a line and a plus icon. Okay, so what is happening, you had by clicking on this icon, and each time if you want to remove any grid line, there is this line here which has a close in front of it. For adding, it is this line which has a plus icon or add icon in front of it. So let us remove this like that, okay? So now we've created the white spaces. These which you are seeing here, these are called white spaces, okay? So they are white spaces. Automatically, when your design has been printed out, there are these white spaces. These white spaces, they are balanced, okay? They are balanced on a printing out format, okay, or on a printing out results. So if your designs or your elements, go across these, come across these into these white spaces. Immediately when the design has been printed out, those elements will be cut out. Okay, will be cut out. So make sure that you follow these principles by not allowing your text or your typography to go into those white spaces. Okay, make sure that your text doesn't go into the boundaries of white spaces, or else your design will be cut off in some parts like that. So let me do this. Okay, let me just merge these ones so that we can have one thing. Okay, so what you are seeing here is now you can see these white spaces here, these white spaces. Oh, sorry, let me do this. So these white spaces here, they are very much important. So all your elements or typography, in short, most importantly, your typography must be under these white spaces. Okay, they can come here. Do this. Let me change the color to black. Oh, sorry. Let me change the color to black. Okay. So you can make sure that the text can be aligned under the white spaces there. Always measure the distances, okay, between these lines and the text. Okay, so other text can be somewhere here, but don't allow your text to go beyond these white lines. Always make sure to use grid lines. Each time you are designing, make these grid lines. Measure how the white spaces are arranged, okay, or they are put. Once you do that, you will never lose your text. Okay, so don't let your text come into these boundaries. Once they are off boundaries into another negative boundary, will be cut off. Okay, so in other ways, this is a dangerous cutting space. It cuts off anything that it finds in these spaces. So make sure all your text, all your typography are arranged uh, in the spheres of this boundary in the middle. They can be here, they can be here, but don't let them close these white spaces. Okay, I hope you've understood. Hope you've understood. Okay, so that's it about negative spaces. Make sure that you follow uh, these these principles, and you never lose your designs or your elements. The other thing is your images have no much problem. Okay, your images have got no much problem. Let me do this. Let me show you. So with the images, they can go off boundaries. Even if they are cut off, it's of no much use, because the main uh, communication is through the text. Okay, communication is focused much on the text. Okay, these images are just there to back up what the texts are communicating. Images are just there to back up what the texts are communicating. Okay, Okay, so your images can go there, can be like that. There's no problem even if it appears to be cut off like that. Yeah, they can be arranged. The image can even go off lines into those negative spaces. But your typography, your text must be in this green boundary. Okay, like that. Don't let your text go offline. Okay, so your image can be there. You can put it. You can put your image anywhere. It can go offline. It's okay, even if it appears to be cut off on your banner printing. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you watch the next video on typography.